Hello everybody, this is Buddy. I want to welcome everybody back. Got a new tool that I want to show everybody. It's a machine that I had purchased from a man that he had unfortunately passed away a while back, and they decided to sell everything out, and I happened to go by, saw something there, thought it might be pretty interesting to you, so I'm going to show it to you. What I purchased was it's made by the Hanson-Whitney machine company from Hartford, Connecticut. I have absolutely no idea how old the machine is, but it's brand new to me. I believe with a technical term, I guess, may be called a vertical slotting machine, and it's really neat features on it that I like. You can see right down here the mechanisms when you're operating it, and I've got some clips where I've been doing a little bit of work trying to figure this thing out. You can flip it over and it'll go anywhere from about 3,000 to 6,000 feet at a time, and that right there is for the Y. This right here is the mechanism for the X, and as you can see on the table, I've actually put a 10-inch 4-jaw independent chuck on there. So I'd like to go on with a scroll jaw, but that type right there, unless you just pay a whole bunch of money, they didn't have the holes down through it so you could bolt it down the table, and I didn't want to have to use a bunch of clamps and stuff. But it is a 3-phase machine. I'll try to back up here where you might be able to get a little better picture of it. It's a 3-phase machine. It's a single horsepower, and the travel on it, you can go from 1.25 inches to 4.5 inches on the stroke. The X on the table, it goes actually about 18 inches, but if you run out there too far, you'll liable to come off the worm gears or whatever you call it. So anyway, I figured I'd just go by like about 16 inches. The Y on travel on it is 7 inches, and then the knee on it is 8 inches. And like I say, it's a real old machine. It has 3 speeds to it, which is slow, medium, and fast. I have no idea what it is as far as how many strokes per minute or anything on it. Now, if anybody out there has any information, has ever used one of these, knows anything about it, I would love to hear from you. For example, let me turn this light right here a little bit. This right here, I do not know what this is for. There's a hole that goes back here. There's a little ball, a little detent ball right back in there. It's got a slot here, a slot there. I didn't know if it was maybe where they could put some kind of a work tray or table on it. I don't know where I've got my chuck at. That right there is a 3/4 hole. I'm guessing maybe it was for a light fixture or something. Like I said, once again, I'm really not sure. There's 6 holes right here that appear to be factory. Have no idea what that is for. So if anybody knows, please let me know. It does have a unique braking system on it, and I probably won't be able to hold the camera enough to reach over here and pull it. But when you pull this back, what it does right here, it releases this old brake pad on this so that it travels easy. And then when you go close it back off, it locks it down so it'll actually stop the ram wherever you've got it stopped at. Now, what came with this, the only tool that came with it, was this right here. This, for me, I think this was homemade. It's probably made, the man probably made up there in his shop. And what I did is, I was going to film the very first time I used it, but you know how it is. I had everything going, one start, and didn't have my phone with me. So the first thing I actually did was I made this key right here. And then I've got a video clip that I'll throw in there that shows me making actually the second one. did do, I just wanted to try this. Like I say, my theory on stuff is why not just try something, see if it'll work. As long as everybody's safe about stuff, might as well try it. So what I did was I actually took this right here, was a 1-inch boring bar, and I put it on the mill machine, milled this down, got a few clips of that. Actually went straight down on it just to see what I could do on it. And I did notice if I decided I'd like offset it just a little bit, and you probably can't tell in the video, but these teeth are actually, I'm going to exaggerate, they're actually curved a little bit in, or tilted in. This one over here is straight. So I guess, if you wanted to, you can try to make some gears. I know you can do this on a milling machine if you've got the proper setup. I just wanted to try it on this right here. Now what I did do is I indexed the 4-jowl chuck with the rotary table right here, and then I of course put this in here and indexed it. Now it's this right here, I just pressed that on. I made those, I pressed that on. Now the table on it right here, it's 14 inches in diameter. It has a scale on it that is each one of these little marks that you probably can't see is 1 degree. On this right here, I've actually got, it's a 6-hole, and it goes from 15 to 20. And I don't know if you can see this. I took a picture of it, and I'll try to put that on there. This right here, you can actually raise this table up. I'm guessing 3 degrees by the way that looks like, so I'm not really sure. The neatest thing on it, though, to me, is this mechanism. It's right here. You can flip this over right here, and I can probably do this by hand right now. As the machine goes, you'll notice that it goes over. Let me back that off just a little bit here, so I don't hit anything up there. But if you'll notice, it advances itself forward. Let me get it back in gear there. Now each one of those movements is about 3/1000 of an inch. I think this is just a really neat setup on this. On this plate right here, which I took a picture of it, it's the BMW Hanson, and it has right here, it says maker's number 6. So don't know anything about it. I'd love to hear from anybody that does know anything. As far as the depth of cut, this wheel right here, you can set this, and like I say, it goes from 1.25 to 4.5 inches. So just wanted to share this with you. I'll try to back up and get a little better picture of it. I have no idea how much this thing weighs. Probably 1,500 to maybe 2,000 pounds. It's about 5 feet tall. It's a real good old heavy machine. It seems to work well. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it has a single horsepower motor on it. And I'm saying it's 3-phase. Anyway, if anybody out there has any information on this type of machine, or has used one that can tell me some things that I can do or help me out some, I sure would appreciate it. Okay, everybody have a good day.